Okay, I better hope that I did not forget anything. Anyways, everyone, welcome to yet another stream. This time I decided to mix it up a little bit by, instead of playing hardcore modded Minecraft, I decided to go with hardcore Diablo 2. The resurrected version, to be exact. And I did mention a couple days ago that I was going to be busy with some things, so there wouldn't be any kind of stream for the past few days. But the busyness is over, so now we're back, and I've got some exciting plans for the week after and going forward. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, it is warmer than usual, I get it. I had to make sure to get the fan on. And let me just make sure to move Discord to the other monitor. Now I think we can switch to... Oh, wait. I will stop by here. And then I can switch to here. Alright. I usually go with the Necromancer. I think that's exactly what I'll do. And toggle hardcore. So I will just name... What do I want to go with for a name? Yeah, how about just a regular name, Donovan? Because why not? I don't think the music can be heard very well. Okay, just gotta give it some time. From the multiple times that I've played this game, it feels like the controls on controller are a lot more easy to work with than mouse and keyboard. And there's something I like about that. Okay, you know what? Because I can... Oh, wait. This is what I gotta do. I gotta use with mouse and keyboard. Let's apply this for now. And then... What the... Nate! What the heck, man? Oh, yet again, another unexpected gift sub. Thanks. I really appreciate it. And now we test the waters of... the Copyright Olympics. We're gonna defeat the devil. To Primus. Yeah, glad to see you here, Nate. Something that I will also mention is, just like with the Minecraft hardcore streams, I have this redeem that's labeled Ask Me Anything, and if I, just like in the Minecraft hardcore streams that I did last weekend, if a question is submitted with that redeem, and I choose not to answer that, I have to restart the whole run. I gotta memorize this line from Tommy the Cat. Okay, you know what? I'll start off this run by just punching the enemies. Like I'm a grade school bully. And just punching all the enemies to Primus. I haven't found anything just yet. Well, at least the zombies are my height. You were looking for that stump ball! The heat cat. That was me. Top of the cat is my name, and I say unto thee. Say, baby, do you want to down with me? Say, baby, do you want to down by my side? Baby, do you want to down with me? Say, baby. Say, baby. I should stop. That just shows that I've listened to Tommy the Cat too many times. Also, we now have an emoji just for jamming out to music. I decided one day to just record my. Well, I took a sample from a stream where it was just my model just bobbing his head to whatever music was playing. I think it was "Don't Call Me Dude" by Scatterbrain that was playing. And I decided to put that into a video editing program and convert that to a GIF.
I sense death within this place.
Oh, welcome, Lyra. I thought this was V Rising for a second. I'm not quite familiar with V Rising, so I wouldn't know. Okay, that was not the fight to start with. Oh. Larry, if you didn't know, there is now a redeem for any game that I'm playing in hardcore style where the toolbar looks very similar to V Rising. Really? There was a redeem that I made for any game that's in hardcore mode where it's labeled Ask Me Anything, and if there's a question that's... Oh. Do I have my... Okay, I don't have the larger water bottle with me, but I have the smaller one to suffice. I'm always prepared. Even if the larger water bottle is not here. But yeah, there's this redeem called Ask Me Anything, where when I'm streaming a hardcore game, if I'm playing if I'm given a question that I can't, well, not cannot answer, if I'm given a question that I choose not to answer, then if I'm playing a hardcore game, I have to restart the whole run if I choose not to answer it. I like to call it Truth or Restart. Similar to Truth or Drink, except I don't really drink. Unless it's water. Hydration is important. Well, what's with the angry face? The smaller water bottle is better than nothing. I just forgot to bring the larger one back from the kitchen. There's still a sufficient amount of water. By the way, SCP Deadman, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy the gifted sub. I could do a truth or smoke because I physically can't drink either. Well, it's not that I physically can't. I know your situation is different. For me, it's like I'm too afraid to. Okay, why did the sound effect not play? Why do you hate me, JP? What? I don't hate you. I fear you, but I don't hate you. Fear is different from hate. Oh, the sword is already out of durability. Also, there's no cooldown as far as I'm aware. But you don't have your big water bottle, therefore you hate me. Wait right here. Did my model actually eye roll? I couldn't tell because I just switched screens that quickly. So yeah, give me 1 second. There we go. Now I've got the big one. Imagine how ridiculous it would be to just drink from both of the water bottles at the same time, just ambidextrously. Okay, good. Not much health was lost. Hang on. From the smaller one. And from the bigger one. It would be kind of challenging to drink from both at the same time, because one has one of those lids with the straws. The lid would just have to be completely removed. Oh, oh! I'm still here just playing Rocket League. Just hard to type and play. That's fair. Oh, oh, there we go. Oh! Never mind, we're good, we're good. Not quite. Not quite, Lyra. At this rate, I need to teleport to town so I could buy a better weapon. Instead of just punching. Wait, can I actually win the fist fight? Oh, I won! Hey, no sneak attacks allowed. Okay, this is where I'll have to... No, never mind. I don't think I can afford one just yet. Hey, yo, what do you mean? Did I miss something again? Oh no, I'm cornered. I'm cornered. Okay, this is definitely a sign to just go to town and buy a better weapon.
Hi.
This is not gonna be... I was cheering because you won the fist fight. Okay. That makes a lot more... That makes a lot more sense. Maybe I was just thinking of AAO spelled with an A. I'm just so used to that being a common response to something sus being said. Or just something questionable being said. Which of these stand out more? Okay, this does more damage, but I can't afford it. Now I can. There we go. say AO for many things. You know what? That's fair. I do as well. It just depends on. Oh. It just depends on if I use like an exclamation point or if it's like in the form of a question. You will always question this since I am an agent of chaos. Yeah. I'm just gonna delete this one and start over. This was too short of a run. We need a real one. Alright, Donovan has failed us. Something tells me that you can always trust a necromancer named Chuck.
Good day.
You know the devil must be weak if he loses to a guy named Chuck. Starting off with the fist fight strategy again. Can't go wrong.
Who oppose me? Beware.
See, we're good.
It's locked.
I will take responsibility for that run not going so well, because I was looking at chat at the same time. In my defense, I like responding to what chat has to say. I wish they would give us enough space to say Charles Entertainment Cheese. You know, that would be a good idea. Closest thing would be Chuck E. Maybe Chuck E. Cheese. But I haven't tried that out yet. Ooh, I found an axe. Maybe Chuck E. Cheese could fit in the name text. Okay, already doing better than last time, I think. Found some armor and a weapon that isn't just punching. Wait, where's the... There we go.
I sense death within this place.
You don't say, Chuck. Wait, I can't hit from here. The next joke character I do in Baldur's Gate 3, I will attempt the name. Yeah, go for it. Hang on, I am just realizing... Okay, not a good place to pause. Let me just have chat over here. There we go. Why did it not load? I love Diablo, one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. Same. This is in my top list for PC games. Even when I was in kindergarten, I would just like no life this game. Yes, kindergarten, because younger me did not have, not because I think it was like accidentally metal as a kid, but then again, I didn't really have the concept of gore at that age, nor was I completely scarred for life because of it. Just completely unaware. Alright, we've got a better chance this time. Hey, get back here. There we go. I remember years ago when I was doing a run of... It was either the original Diablo 2 or it was Resurrected, where because Diablo 2 is as old as the late 90s or early 2000s, I had one necromancer that was named Limp Bizkit Rules, just to go with the late 90s, early 2000s theme. I can't say whether or not Limp Bizkit actually rules. I liked Break Stuff, though. You know, I probably... You want your spotlight, boy? I think he does. Okay, I guess he still wants a spotlight. Okay.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, that would be my dog Thomas. He's got like... With how sophisticated his name sounds, it does not fit how much of a goof he can be sometimes.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, there's another axe right here. Oh wait, did I... Okay, I didn't use that up. Did I use that up? I can't tell. Okay, the inventory is getting full. Which is better armor? Oh, definitely going with this one. Well, he is just adorable. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. At some point, I'll make sure to send an image of Thomas. I'll use this with the ring. Let's see, what do I not need? Gonna have to start selling some things.
Hi there, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp.
If you like Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit, then I recommend My Generation, Rowan, and Nookie are all great songs. I have listened to that last one before. Mainly because I remember a video that I saw involving Counter-Strike where it was just, where the topic was just nothing but Fred Durst. I don't need all these potions. My Generation and Roland I might have heard briefly. And, what was another one? My Way was another one. I'ma do things my way! It's my way! Oh, so you know the video that I'm talking about, Nate?
Good day.
The same exact one with, same exact one from like the early Was it the early 2010s or like the mid 2010s that had Ethan Klein and JonTron? It's one of those things that makes me wish John didn't take the route that he did. But unfortunately, that's life. Wait, what? Oh, the route that he took? Is that what you're referring to, Lyra? What about JonTron the... What about JonTron the decline? I'm referring to when he had done that... when he had displayed some certain opinions in a debate with Destiny. I'm not the biggest fan of that guy either, but that like the stuff after that just felt a little bit weird. Like when I saw that, it was like weird to listen to, and I'm of the belief that, hey, maybe people can change their minds over time. And then I had seen like some tweets where I was just like, ooh, that is not a good look. Okay, I missed something. That first incident was, well, incident is a weird way of putting it. But that first thing was like back in 2017. And then, like, the other tweets were, like, 2020. It's kind of a shame, because I do think he's a funny guy. Oh, yes, we get some Queen. Yeah, that kind of thing has shown why the reunion with John probably wouldn't happen. Oh, I was under a rock those years because I was in college. Fair enough. For a lot of like random things, for like deep dives on like declines of some things or like the rise of some things, there are like some topics where I'm like an okay researcher. And that is sort of one of them. I don't know the full detail of it, but there's like part of me that's chronically online, but at the same time, not really, because I wouldn't obsess over like the most. I wouldn't obsess over like many online famous people's personal lives. It's just like some things I know, and I know not to be very parasocial with that. You're really dancing around the wording. I'm guessing whatever happened was like bad. If it paints a picture, he brought up a certain statistic that certain people would always quote. It's like 15% of the population, and you know the rest. It wasn't those exact words, but it definitely gave off those kinds of vibes. I didn't know there were still a few more monsters here. And the inventory's full again. Wait, this one has more defense. Oh, it's the Great Replacement Theory. Yep. I think that's what that is. Actually, wait, is that the same thing? I've never heard that exact term for it before. Okay, thanks, mobile internet. Just not being useful to me whatsoever. I just want to learn something. Okay, there we go. What? It's not even... Whatever. Actually, hang on. I'll switch to here just so I can bring the... I can bring up another tab. And then back here... Guess I'm learning something today. Oh, yeah, that is what that is. So you were correct. So I guess now you know why, like, the Aaron and John reunion would not be likely to happen. But I'm not gonna lie, there are moments from that era of Game Grumps that still get a laugh out of me. It's just weird to think about because on one hand he's funny, on the other, yeah. Where's the... Oh, there are a few more that I missed. There we go. I've finally cleared the den of evil.
Is that enough to earn the rogue's trust?
Is that enough to earn the rogue's trust? That is very uncomfy. The fact that it happened with Mr. Decline, however, is not surprising. Yeah. I've had, like, mixed feelings about Ethan Klein. I don't know much about him, so I can't really say for sure. Just haven't heard... I've either heard, like, some okay things about him or some not very good things.
Good evening.
But if I don't know much about him, then I'm gonna add that to a particular rule of, like, if I don't know much about them, I can't really, like, make too much of a judgment on them.
I am a you have
Well, I try not to. There we go, got the 2 books. We can store the scrolls. Oh, he is a mess. You know, that kind of checks out. Oh, the chat window had been hidden by the browser. He and his wife actually call for harm to be caused on other content creators. Man, why do people gotta be like that? It's one of those things where I feel like, why spend that much energy on people that don't agree with you or don't like you?
the order welcomes you.
Like, if I find that someone doesn't like me, I just not want to talk to them. If they're like dishonest about that, and they'd be like, oh yeah, we're cool, and then behind the scenes just having negative things to say about me, I'd just like not speak to them, because it's like I'd be on to that nonsense. It'll just never make sense to me why anyone would just like pretend to be cool with someone and just secretly dislike them. You would have to have like an insane amount of tolerance to want to dedicate yourself to something like that. I will never understand people that want to be snake-like for that, for that being like one of the big reasons. No worries, I'll wait to read the message when you come back from an ad. Oh, this has some durability that is low. Do I have the gold to repair this? I think I do. And out of an ad. They want people to like them, which is why they are alienating themselves or whatever. Is a huge mess when it comes to them. I can send you some videos later if you're interested. Looks like I'll have another deep dive to do. Just another day in the life of me. Yeah, I feel like the moment you tried too hard to be liked, that's when you're definitely losing yourself. Like, I'm aware that not everyone is going to like me or like the content that I'll make. But at the end of the day, I recognize that there are those that would still appreciate the content that I make and appreciate having me around. And those would be the ones that I believe are worth focusing on. Because you can't please everyone.
Beware, the evil is strong ahead. Beware.
Oh, I didn't mean to activate that again. There we go. Yeah, you definitely can't please everyone. And I say this as a, well, I was gonna say former people pleaser, but I'd say I'm more of like either former people pleaser or people pleaser in recovery. And I guess according to some, the recovery has been optimal, I guess. Can't make everybody happy. Exactly. If people don't want anything to do with me, that's their decision, not mine. And the same applies to anyone watching this. If there are people out there that you want them to like you, and they just don't, it's not worth the energy trying that hard to do so. At the end of the day, you're always going to have the people that like you for you. It's not worth trying to form this mask just to have people like you. And that had been something that I had struggled with for a little bit the moment that I had been in other places on Discord outside of the group that I had started streaming and recording with many years ago, and we still talk to this day. And I am insanely grateful that they still want to do things with me. And then there's also the fact that they know me quite well. It's especially not worth trying to please people that's I'm trying to find the right words to say this, but there will also be people out there that just won't like you because they don't really know you. They may see the side of you that to them gives off the ick, but they don't know the sides that they don't know the good side. They don't know the side that's like, oh, they may seem this way, but they're not as bad as you think. This would also apply to like some friends of mine that even if we pick on each other a lot, because sometimes that's how banter is when friends are that close, there'd probably be like some people that would think, oh man, how do these guys even tolerate each other on stream or in videos? Like, how they must secretly hate each other. That's the thing. You're only seeing like one side of the story. You can see people that will just bully each other out of banter, and then like off camera they'll be like really good friends. And you could also see interestingly, you could also see the opposite of that, where it's people trying to look like they're good friends on camera, but like off stream is just not cool with each other at all, which I find completely stupid. But I will never understand people trying to put on a facade for that kind of thing. It's just too much energy. The way that I say it, it's just too much energy required to plot out something like that. Yeah, exactly. Don't lose your head trying to do that. Thank you, Queen. What a time for this song to show up. Do I have a better cap that I can use? Okay, this is a lot better. Hey, sir! I will fight you in a minute! Yeah, I know. What timing? I know the growth of mine on Twitch and YouTube isn't the biggest. It's more than I was expecting, for sure. But if I was just being myself, and there were a lot of people that had unfollowed, I'd rather have that happen than trying to gain a bunch of followers just by using the mask that I would wear in that scenario. I am losing health quickly. Oh wait, I can't even use the ranged weapon right now. I don't have the arrows for it. It's because of the people pleaser in recovery side that there would be, like... I used to have problems of whether or not, like, some people would actually like having me around. Or if they just, like, secretly, like, were just like, this guy. I used to have concerns about that, but... Nowadays, when I think about that... If people want to be like that... If people want to be like that, so be it. I understand the people pleaser bit. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally understand if like people would like either like having me around or not like having me around. I on the other hand, it usually takes a lot for me to not want to be around someone. Mainly in the sense of like if they were just if they just had like some problematic views on a lot of things, or were just creeps, or I can't really think of like many times that I've had that happen. But really, it just takes a lot for me to not want to be around someone. And if I did not want to be around someone, I would not be around them. Because I feel like it would be a lot of work trying to keep my cool if I really didn't want to be around someone. I'd rather just keep it straight that way. But like in a lot of cases, like I think like 80 to 90% of the time, it is hard for me to... I don't think I've come across like a lot of people lately where I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather not be around them. And at least there are a lot of like new people that I met last year and this year, and there haven't really been many that I've been like, yeah, I'm not sure about this guy's vibe. This is one of the reasons you scratch my brain. Really? Is it the way I word things, or the way that I had displayed that particular thought, or like some other thoughts? Why are none of these landing? Come on. Oh, okay. What the? Oh wait, hold on. Is that the one and only KV? Holy smokes, I was not expecting that. Welcome, KV. Excuse. Heck of a first message. Glad to have you here, KV. I was not expecting the... this is quite the surprise, honestly. Never usually up this early. I certainly am. A 1 hour long commute has, like, somehow conditioned me to wake up at 5 a.m. and take care of things early in the morning. Sometimes 6 a.m. Also, the reason you scratch my brain is that we have similar thought process is the way you try to explain things is how I try to explain things. Bet you're my doppelganger or I'm yours. You know, maybe that could be. It's so unusual that would... What the... Nate, that is awfully kind of you. Thank you for the additional sub to KV as well. Brother, what are you doing? Like, I'm very appreciative of it. At the same time, it's just, like, so baffling. Subbies for everyone. Well... Well, KV, it looks like we've got a Wavian and Alder in this chat as well. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Oh, it is 100%. Might also be the TISM. Yeah, that's definitely... That might be it. Now that I think about it. I'm just like... Maybe it is like that one tweet says, where a lot of people on the spectrum are just somehow linked to each other in some way. Like how stand users can easily be linked to another stand user. I am in danger. I need the arrows. I keep looking to...
Good day.
I keep meaning to look into seeing if I could get the separate audio track working, because it works on YouTube in the sense that the music doesn't play in the YouTube VOD, but on the Twitch VOD, it somehow stays. I'm gonna have to look into troubleshooting that. Oh yes, very much so. Yeah. Do I want to get a better weapon? Alright, Charcy, what you got for sale? Do you have your Twitch VOD on separate audio tracks? On OBS, I made sure to set the Twitch VOD on the track that doesn't include that isn't meant to include the Spotify audio. But yeah, I do have those kinds of settings. There's probably something that I'm missing in the setup. Okay, getting out the arrow. Oh, that was not a good idea. That was not a good idea. I had completely lost my train of thought from like the earlier topic, from like the KV jump scare and the KV support. You know, I think this calls for that one. I think this calls for that one BoJack Horseman quote. What are you doing here? One of my go-to vocal stim for an unexpected
What you need?
for an unexpected cameo of some sorts. I do have that effect on people. Yep. Yeah, you give me... And my train of thought is lost again. Thanks, Lobster. You got the... What I was going to say...
There he is! There's my favorite white boy!
I guess I'm another person's favorite white boy, then. I've only had that redeem happen, like, 3 times. And that redeem probably does not help my case with the fact that there are, like, Twitter bots that'll obsess over my character's eyes. I've, like, repeated myself so many times when it came to that story.
favorite white boy!
What the? You too? But I guess Lyra found her new favorite redeem. Come on, lower the health. There we go. I'm glad you like the redeem, Lyra. Okay, give me a second. I need to find a safe spot. Okay. Some from the smaller bottle. Then from the larger one. Okay, got some hydration from both of them. Yes, there's one that's usually kept in my room for if I'm wanting something to drink with dinner in my room. And then there's the bigger one that I'll bring with me to the gym. Which sometimes remains here when I get back. And then sometimes I forget to grab that one from the kitchen. And Lyra had gotten on my case for not getting the larger water bottle. So, and because of that, she theorized that I hate her, which is not the case. So and because she kept getting on my case about it, I went to the BRB screen just to get that water bottle and brought it back just so I could prove that I don't hate her. That's exactly what that is. Okay, good. These aren't minions, so they don't require as much arrows to be taken care of. Yeah, a lot of the time I'll either be live in the morning or like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. PST, since I'm the West Coast. But usually I've been open to other times if, like, there are people that I know that are having some kind of big game. Schedule should be a lot more flexible now that summer is near. I'm innocent, I swear. I need another place to just, Alright, just 1 second. Had to get that out of the way. I'm so glad that the artist that I work with for the emojis was able to successfully recreate that one. I gotta balance it out to next time I have the money to do so, or the money to spare to get more emojis, I gotta commission the "he's right, you know" kind of emoji to balance things out. So we have a lie detector and a truth detector. There was also a discussion that I had with a friend Kai, or Kai Sopel VT. He had told me about Emote Lab, and I think he had planned on making some of those animated emojis for me. I gotta see what templates they have and see which ones stand out more than the others. There are like no health potions here. This is really displaying like most of the classic rock part of the playlist of... That's pretty much just an acronym for "Oops, I stole the aux cord." It's really just playing most of the classic rock side and not some of the other stuff. I swear I'm not one of those I was born in the wrong generation kind of people. And just to prove you wrong, hang on, I'm going to Spotify and queuing something from this decade. Apologies, Aerosmith, but I have to prove something. Shout out to Adfree for getting this song stuck in my head. From tuning into one of her streams and just having this play on one of them. Just wouldn't leave my mind ever since. Yes, KV, is there something that I'm missing? Are you... Okay, what did I... Oh boy. Okay, it is doing the complete opposite of what I was hoping to do. One day I'll get this right. No, that was this whole time? This whole time it just hasn't been playing? It's only been playing in the VOD? What in the world am I doing wrong? I really gotta take some time to sit down and actually look into this. You're doing good.
Yes?
Well, I think she's made it pretty clear that it's... She's made it pretty clear that it's her purpose to torture me. This is just a new form. Well, the good news is... What's the good news? It's not in the VOD either. Well, on YouTube it's... Well, on YouTube it's not. Though the Twitch VOD, I'll have to... When I end stream, I'll have to see if that is still the case. It would be so counterproductive. It's going to be so counterproductive if it turns out that the music has not been playing on... Huh. It's not on Twitch either. Yeah, what in the world? I just checked, so you just sound crazy. Well, I was crazy once. Do you have the audio source turned off? Do I? Now I can see the meter going up.
Good evening.
Not now, Kasha. I'm figuring something out. Yeah, wait a second. There's like two sources that are playing that. This is so unusual. Well, I do have the headphones that have it so that there's two different audio sources that it can play through, and I can hear both of them. And I'm not sure... Every single time that I try to get this set up, it just... There's always something that goes wrong. I don't know how to help you. Yeah, I think I'm just out of luck there. I have it so the game audio and other things are playing through one channel and the Spotify audio is playing through the other. And I know this worked before because I know this worked before in the sense that the music was detected. But then there was the trade-off of that VOD getting muted pretty easily. Oh, that is danger. Wait, did I just... You're kidding me. I got so distracted that I didn't even get some skills. Well, now I can have an army. I sometimes fear for my attention span.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
There's gotta be a corpse somewhere here.
I can't use this yet.
Hitting a stream of mine if I'm not at least dealing with one sort of technical difficulty. I wonder if, like, the recording or, like, the stream itself is not meant to be, like, two separate audio channels. Like, the video file itself. Because this time I had the two audio channels... No, wait, that was left unchanged. And the VOD still got... muted. It's not a VTuber stream unless there's scuff. Yeah, pretty much. It's definitely not a stream of mine if there isn't at least one thing going wrong before. And a tale as old as time, it's not a... As for, like, a tale as old as time... some of the people that I've known for years... will know this. But for anyone that doesn't know already, it's not a game of Gary's Mod with me if there isn't at least one thing that's broken. That's how it is.
I can't use this yet.
So like anything that I'll do on Gmod is usually various game modes, and there'll be years that there'll be like a sudden update that just wrecks everything.
I can't use this yet.
It's gonna be so ironic if it turns out the music is not in the actual stream, but like it's out there in it's out there in like the VOD that's released as soon as the stream ends. If it turns out that way, I might just have to do the complete opposite to see if that ends up working. And now I feel even more stupid because I have the music in the game turned down just so I could have Spotify playing. So now here we are enjoying an atmospheric version of Diablo II Resurrected. Imagine if that was how I played like other games on here, like an atmospheric version of Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's a game that I need to play at some point. Either the rehydrated one or the original. I played it before, but not on stream. I've also played the Archipelago version of that with friends that had some games linked. This feels like the one guy that, if I like was just vibing to the music, this would be the equivalent of the one guy with headphones that has music that you can't hear at all. So it just ends up looking awkward. I think I can take these guys on. There we are. Oh, interestingly, KV, you want to know what was an interesting idea that had come to me recently? Because I know that there are people that I know that are usually free on Monday and free on and then there's you being free on Wednesday instead of Monday. There was a part of me that was like debating just being like, you know what? Repo week. But you are VR. I don't know if headphones matter. Your character, no offense, looks like he ate a few too many edibles. What? What do you mean by that? Is it because of the... Is it having trouble tracking the eyes again? This is what I get for having the webcam do the tracking. Oh boy! I am in danger.
I can't use this yet.
Oh yeah, I was definitely in danger. His eyes are giving stone face. Yeah, something must be up with it. I can't wait to see if I can get the tracking done with an old iPhone that isn't being used to see if that fixes anything. I guess there goes that run. So I think with that, that'll be the end of this morning's stream. And I will be getting rid of... I'll be getting rid of that character. You had potions, sir. Listen. I'm kind of brain dead. But anyways, that'll be the end of this morning's stream. Thank you to those that have joined whenever possible, and Nate, once again, thank you for the subscriptions that you've given. That's like a lot that I was not expecting, and the surprise appearance from KV. Thank you for showing up and following. If any of you want to keep up to date with what I do, I tend to stream at least 2 to 3 times a week, usually at around 7 p.m. PST. But I've been moving around the scheduling just to like branch out from the usual time now and then. I guess it was JP and not the model that had too many edibles. I'm sober, Lyra. I don't think I've ever done like any form of the devil's cabbage. Now, I've been told that there have been like times that the hair length that because of the length of my hair, I got mistaken for a stoner. I've even gotten like it's because of the hair length that I've also gotten compared to live action Shaggy, just without the beard. But you said your brain was fried. I said that I was brain dead, not that my brain was fried. I'm just kind of naturally stupid. Usually socially stupid. But this time I was both socially stupid and just regular stupid. But yeah, around those times, usually 2 to 3 times a week, I stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Also got a Twitter and a Blue Sky that, Twitter that I usually use, a Blue Sky that I sometimes use, sometimes I forget. But, yeah, other than that, I also got a throne that Wavy should not be looking at. Because he has too much power. Got a throne and a Discord that is in the description as well. But, other than that, is there someone that I can raid? There probably is, now that I think about it. Now, if I remember checking... Oh, can I actually... You know what? I don't know if it's possible for me to raid her. But we're gonna try anyway, since it does happen to be her birthday. What if we try raiding Apollo? Will it let me? Oh yeah, it works. Alright everyone, be nice to Apollo. Treat her with the most respect. And other than that, I'll see you all very soon. Have a good rest of the day, everyone.